Representative Bennett, I have the book here that you referenced. It's perfectly normal. And I just want to make sure that I understood you correctly in what you said, that Planned Parenthood references this book as part of their comprehensive sex education.
Representative Bennett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Representative Lucero, they endorse it on their webpage that as their model curriculum for what they'd like to see for comprehensive sex education for elementary and secondary.
Representative Lucero.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I had previously referenced the language in the bill that talks about this content is going to be targeted at elementary students. Representative Bennett referenced it's going to be down to kindergartners and pre-K. When I look at the cover of this book, it's for age 10 and up. 10-year-olds, Madam Speaker, remember, is fourth grade. Fourth graders. Well, if this content, if the decorum exists to expose fourth graders to this content, then this content can be exposed here on the House floor. So I'm flipping through these pages and I'm looking at some of this stuff. Fourth graders, there are drawings of naked men and women. I see a picture here for a fourth grader of a woman being taught to look in a mirror in a compromising position. Fourth graders. Continuing to flip the pages. Page 43. Masturbation is perfectly normal. You know what, members? Representative Lippert, you referenced we all are looking to have the same goal. This is not the goal that I have. To expose fourth graders to masturbation and that it's perfectly normal? No way. The values of the communities that I represent and the vast majority of parents across Minnesota do not ascribe to these values. Members, I hate that I even have to describe this book. I hate this. But the fact is, this is what this language, the language in this bill before us, seeks to expose the minds of our young people to. And before we cast that vote, we need to be familiar with the content that you're voting to expose their minds to. So continuing on. Here it is on page 8. Who you are. Straight, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, plus. Should a fourth grader be exposed to this content? The book speaks about anal, oral, vaginal sex, and that they're all equivalent. Who should be exposing the minds of this content? Who should do that? Parents, not the government. The book speaks about pornography and that it is not bad for you. That is not true. Psychology demonstrates that exposure to pornographic material has a detrimental impact, especially in the minds of young people who can't comprehend the material. Page 52 speaks about vaginal intercourse and orgasms. And it has a picture here of two people in a bed performing the act. Is this what 10-year-olds should be exposed to? Are you kidding me? I just can't believe this is even up for debate. This is perversion for our young people. Here it is on page 71. Abortion. Well, that makes sense. You got Planned Parenthood, who's in the business of abortion, who makes money off abortion. They have a vested interest in promoting abortion to the ends of the earth so they can increase their profit. So of course they're going to endorse a book that's promoting abortion. 10-year-olds. The illustrations in this book are just disgusting. It is not normal. So what we're seeing here is moving exposure to this content to the elementary age group, language promoted by Planned Parenthood, and then it's assumed it's okay unless the parent opts out. We live in a day and age when there's been a paradigm shift in multiple areas where it should be assumed it's not okay until there's an affirmative opt-in. And this is one of those areas which should absolutely be the case. Empowering parents to give an affirmative opt-in, assuming it's not okay to begin with. Members, we just celebrated, or those who are Christians just celebrated Resurrection Day, Easter. And it was over this period of time that I was reminded of some comments from Jesus. One of the comments he spoke about was little ones. And I had this bill over the break. I was reading, you can see it marked up here. I have other language that's marked up. As I was contemplating this bill over this past Easter break and the words of Jesus Christ and the little ones, whosoever should offend one of these little ones, it would be better that a millstone were tied around his neck. To me, members, this is the type of content exposing young minds to content is the clear definition of offending little ones and polluting their minds with content that they are not ready for at elementary ages. Not ready for, shouldn't be part of their purview at that age. We need to wait until they're more mature. We need to ensure that parents are empowered and that there's an affirmative opt-in to this type of content.